Welcome to Floating Leaves Tea Podcast. This is Nono.
Wow. Well, this is Showan, and Noah is not here today.
I'm Noah's cousin, Nono.
No, thank you for coming to Floating Leaf Tea Podcast program.
That's no big deal.
So how long have you been drinking tea?
We had tea this morning, right? Before the podcast, so for maybe 2 hours?
Excellent. I like new people.
I'm a beer drinker.
What's your favorite beer?
IPA.
IPA. That's good.
Do you have an IPA tea?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, I don't want that one because I already have IPAs.
Okay.
I want something that tastes different.
Okay.
So don't try to get me to drink something that tastes like IPA because I'm not interested.
Sounds good. So how about today we'll drink a tea that will kind of maybe remind you of, let's see, maybe a Guinness.
Okay, I don't like Guinness, so I'm interested to try a tea that tastes like Guinness.
Sounds good.
You mind if I brew it?
I don't mind.
Okay. Well, I'm going to start then.
That's funny.
Smells great.
Does that remind you of Guinness? Maybe not.
No.
No, actually more like port.
Port.
What
is this tea anyway?
It's okay. Just keep drinking.
Okay.
So what do you smell?
It smells a little bit like fermented fruit. And kind of like old books.
Well, do you know what it reminds me of? Especially the empty cup in the bottom. 陈皮, 糖果. The surface smell more like 陈皮. And then the bottom one is more like they make it into that candy that you can eat.
Oh, okay. Chunpi is dried and aged tangerine peel. Is that correct?
I think so. I will have to search for it. But some sort of orange tangerine style of
some kind of citrus skin.
Yeah.
That's been aged to the point where it's like black, right? Almost fermented and dried. So kind of medicinal, herbal.
So maybe by the description, people can guess what kind of a tea we are drinking.
Dun 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 dun.
Oh, I should say it? Oh, okay, cool. It's 1990 铁观音.
Aged oolong.
Yeah. Just feel like it today. Why do we choose the aged oolong? First of all, once again, this Sunday, the outside has been really windy. Well, in the past few days, it was actually sunny. But somehow this Sunday again, it was very windy.
Yeah, we've been drinking High Mountain Oolong all week.
Yeah.
And then now we're to the podcast and we're drinking really warm teas again.
And then rainy and feels cold. So it's just, I mean, you can probably tell that we drink tea with the weather quite a lot. And our mood too. So today, the weather and the mood is for aged oolong.
Something nourishing.
And later, let's talk about the mood just a little bit later. Let's focus on the tea again. Excellent brew.
It's really soft.
Second one totally shift the direction, even on the smell.
Doesn't taste like fermented fruit anymore. That tartness is gone.
Yeah, that sour note is gone. The first infusion, I feel like the sour note is a little bit too much.
Yeah, and this one it feels more settled.
Yeah, but that aged skin, fruit skin, okay, not my skin, aged skin is still in the bottom. That sweetness of aged fruit is in the bottom of the cup, and it feels much calmer and softer. Excellent brew.
There's a ancient Chinese concept. I don't know if you know about Chinese stuff. Noah said that you are like from Thailand or something.
Thailand.
But I studied a lot of Chinese, and there's a concept, 新手得奖. The new hand gets the award.
What?
Like I said, you probably don't know about it.
新手
得奖.
得奖哦。
得奖. Sorry. I haven't been studying that long. My tones are not perfect.
新手得奖。I love it. That's wonderful.
No, but a little bit of background. This tea is hard to brew.
It's really hard to brew. 2 days ago, I was in the mood for HT, and then I thought, well, we haven't had this tea a lot, so let's try it. And I pretty much destroyed. It was so strong, and also energetically too strong that we tried 2 infusions. We thought
Really potent. It's really potent tea.
it's strong to a point that it's actually uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So I'm actually not looking for just like strong tea. I'm looking for a strong grounded tea. And that day I didn't brew it for too long, and it just showed up too strong, and we just decided to drink a different tea after that. And so I think I successfully brewed this tea only once. It tasted really good once from me, and I probably brewed it 4 times so far.
4 times?
Yeah, is it?
I don't know. I've definitely brewed it a lot more than 4 times. We've gone through an entire bag.
Oh, we did?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe I brewed it way more times.
Maybe you did. Maybe you only brewed it 4 times. I don't know. I brewed it by myself a couple times.
Oh, when I'm not
When
here,
you're not
just
here,
like
yeah.
drinking.
Yeah, drinking the really good stuff. And there was one time when I was brewing this tea by myself, and it was really beautiful. It felt like I had this kind of feeling come up to me of like being in a monastery in the mountains.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and maybe it had like kind of an incense sense, so maybe that was part of it. And
Yeah.
it kind of has a sense of space if it's quiet enough. That felt maybe like a warm room. Anyway, it showed up like that once for me when I was just by myself here, and then I think I brewed it for you one time, and it was
It's
pretty
also
solid.
really yummy.
Yeah.
Today is actually quite good. Yeah.
What I found with this one is the really don't need hardly any leaves, like way less than you think.
Yeah, maybe that day I use too much since I haven't been brewing it for a while.
Yeah, we got
'Cause
this a long time ago actually.
Yeah, because I remember the first 2 times I was just like trying to figure out like, does this tea need more leaves or less leaves? Because the way it was finished and so it's kind of feel like light in a way and fluffy. So, and it's aged, and it's always takes a little bit time and few times to figure out like the right proportion, I guess.
Yeah, the leaves are super fluffy. I mean, not fluffy like baozhong, but for being a rolled tea,
Yeah, it's actually quite fluffy. Yeah.
so it's kind of confusing. Like, what do I do with this tea? What I ended up doing is using the same volume that I use for a tightly rolled oolong. So
Oh, just look
by
a little bit
contrast,
less.
yeah,
Okay.
by contrast, it'll be pretty small mass of tea leaves. Soft though, it has a metallic finish in there too.
In the finish, though.
Yeah.
Not in the taste.
Not in the taste, but
Sometimes they'll show up
really strong
for
in the.
Taeguanyin. It will show up right at the taste.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you are drinking the tea. And this one is like, there's no metal taste. Oh.
But then it
in the
comes in the
finish,
aftertaste. Yeah.
Actually, quite soft. That's nice. It's really nice.
Also has a lot of energy, but a little bit more grounded today.
Good job. No.
Thank you. Must be all the beer drinking I've been doing. Okay, can't take it any longer.
What?
I have another Chinese concept to introduce.
Oh my goodness.
It's called 兴奋.
兴奋. Oh. Excited. Excitement.
I've been trying to play it cool this whole time. But we have a big announcement today. It's not only just a nice day to drink some old tea, a nice windy day to stay inside, but yeah, how do I say it? I'm going to Taiwan.
Yeah, Noah is
going
going
to
to Taiwan actually fairly soon, in about like 10 days.
We got a we got a business visa. You can't go in as a tourist right now, so I had to get a special visa, special permit. And
Yeah,
we got it. We didn't want to say anything before we got it, but we got it.
And so maybe let's rewind the story just a little bit. In the last podcast, it's like the end of a train wreck or something. Remember, the title is called Out of Focus. It's not just out of focus. We are not focused. It's just like all the time. It was still a really fun session. T always, no matter how crazy it is, it brings us to the center even for a brief moment. That's what I can say about T.
Yeah, and last session was a very brief moment.
And today, so let's continue with the story. Why do I choose H oolong tea to drink? First, according to the weather. Second, I just wanted something. I always see HT as a wise old person, and I am hoping that today the wise old person will give us some wise guidance and a lot of grounding support, basically.
Grounding energy is
Grounding energy is what I'm seeking today. It has been a very long month.
You can say that again.
It has been a very long month. So what does that mean? We have been working days and nights. Days is to come to the shop and do whatever we need to do here. And nights is to have meetings with the people in Taiwan. So dun 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 dun. Why are we meeting with the people in Taiwan, Noah?
So we're going to. I'm going back for a few reasons. I'm going back to study tea.
To study tea. That's actually the most important thing. To study tea.
But we've kind of, thanks to some really wonderful people coming together to help us, we've decided to open a shipping center in Taiwan and ship our tea directly out of Taiwan.
Mm-hmm. And seriously, this this idea came out of suddenly. Just seriously, suddenly. I don't even know how the whole thing happened. Serious, yeah. It just boom. Okay, why don't we do this?
Yeah, I mean, we not only want to, but we feel like we need to go back there more often to study tea, because that's where our teachers are, and that's where the tea producing is happening, and all that kind of stuff. And over the course of this year, we've really luckily been able to move a lot of our business online, and Shoan's friend Sunny, who you guys will probably get to know more and more over the coming months, has been helping us with organizing things in Taiwan, since we haven't been able to be there for like a year and a half.
I can go back, and then some of the farmers they don't know what like wire transfer is. To be honest with you, they don't have cell phone, and so and sometimes the we don't buy a large amount, and so for me to wire a small amount of money each time, no matter what money I wire, I have to spend $35 to wire the money. So the wiring money become a big problem. And thank God I have a friend.
When we go back to Taiwan, we just bring cash.
Yeah, we bring cash. We give it to them. Yeah,
It's cash society over there.
Yeah, farmers don't use credit cards, so we just bring a lot of cash. Or if we need to, we take out more cash while we were in Taiwan, and we pay them. We pay them with cash. And with this past year, the pandemic, we couldn't go back. How do I wire money to some of those people? And so I asked a friend, which we were classmates since high school. That's how long we have dated back. And she said, yeah, no problem. Wire the money to me. I'll send the money to them. And so she had been on the other side taking care of that. And I tell you, she's very organized. She even sent me files of what she did. And because I normally just write it down and then forget about it. And then scramble around when I need to do bookkeeping and say, shit, where's the... okay. Okay. I did send this much money. And she will just like lay out which day, who did she send to, and then she'll make sure they send out the tea, and I'll contact with her, say, I received the stuff, I received the tea, where I received the tea, etc., etc. And then I was just like, one day I was chatting with her, I was just like, seriously, thank you for doing this for me, you know. And then I was like, hey, you want to do tea business? She's like, yes. I was like, what? What? And that yes was not a joke, kind of funny. Yes, it was like, yes, I would like to do this. And then Noah and I have a discussion of, you know, we are thirsty this year, not just to drink a lot of tea. We are thirsty to learn because we couldn't go back. And yes, I can contact the teachers to ask them some questions, but it's so different. Even when I can see them for a brief 2 hours or something like this.
And Mr. John doesn't have a podcast. He doesn't even have a phone.
Yeah, I don't think he used a cell phone either. So he doesn't go on internet, you know, like that kind of stuff. And this just like moving really quickly, like all the ideas just like accumulated so and formed so quickly. We need to go back to Taiwan more often, and Sunny will be a good addition to help us to get organized with a lot of parts of our business. I'm serious, not good at organizing, if you have ever seen my shop. And through the whole process, it's seriously scary because it's a huge change for us. And, you know, change brings out a lot of fear.
Yeah.
But when we could sit down and say, what do we want? What do we want from this? To open another center and make more money? No, I actually don't know. The fear is we might make less money. That's the problem, you know, or we might lose a lot of customers. And yet, but why are we doing this? To work less? No. Oh, we want to go back to learn. We want to be there a little bit more often because one of us will have to be there to support Sunny to source tea and to learn tea. Oh, okay. With that idea in mind, yes. If I can go back and stay there longer, more often to learn tea, I will take the risk. And it become more and more clear. We will take the risk to do this.
Yeah.
And it's still really scary.
But also very exciting.
It's very exciting because not just to go back to learn, like our vision also here in Seattle is, oh, by the way, we are not abandoning Seattle. We are still here. So we are hoping to have more time free up in Seattle side of it to do, to produce more content and good content. Yes, we are doing podcasts, we are doing YouTube nowadays, but I'm hoping to bring in more content from the source. And to be able to do that is we have to go back to the source. We have to learn to bring our content from the source, and also seriously to own the time to produce content.
Do you guys remember the documentary project?
Yeah.
we're like super full-time working all the time. It just, there's no
way
extra
for me.
Energy.
Yeah. I'm hoping to go back to that project again. And also to have, I enjoy drinking tea with you guys. And I'm hoping that with that, we can set up specific times rather than packing tea and then not knowing if I can have the mind to drink tea with people. To actually, we call it like, we turn the Seattle side as a studio. Yeah.
Tea drinking studio
to really enjoy the time with you guys when we set up the time for eventually for people.
Yeah. And just logistically, we'll still be shipping out some tea from Seattle.
Yes.
But the amount will be less. Because you know, we've noticed that if we continue doing the way we're doing business right now in Seattle, we're working 7 days a week. You know, there's and we used to set aside the weekends for drinking tea with people. But thinking about going back to that, there's really not the time anymore.
Yeah.
So
we would like to. I think tea. One important thing about tea is to drink tea with people.
Yeah, exactly.
And due to the pandemic, we couldn't do that. But if we look at the business model right now, could we do that when it's safe? It's very challenging. So let's separate the business a little bit.
Yeah.
You know.
And like you said, be able to go back there and choose teas.
Yes.
And learn teas with the teachers.
Yes. And when we are at a source a little bit more, just watch out. The teaware will be hopefully much more, because we don't like to just call in for teaware. And
it's really hard to pick teaware online.
you got to touch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to go there and touch it and look at it. Tea-wise, I mean, it's not ideal, but we were able to express samples in here to choose tea for people. And I don't think teaware they can express a couple of pieces of
and then we'll send back what we don't want.
And I'll send it back and say, hey, you know what? I don't like the pot. So that's the big news.
Yep.
And so if you are listening to this on Monday, March 29th,
Whoa.
the news will be, we'll break the news actually also on Monday from different channels.
Yeah. Yep.
So, and I just want to say, seriously, this past year, I went through the fear of losing my business, and right now, it's kind of experience a minor part of that same feeling again, and yet I could do this a little bit better to face that fear. It's because, support. You guys support us. And so I think we will still get support from a lot of people, and we will carry this on to bring in more and more direct content to people who want to learn more about tea. And we want to learn more about tea. We want to learn more about tea. I don't want to sit in Seattle and learn more about tea. I do a lot on my own actually. But to go back to meet those teachers, it's like those moments that you feel you're enlightened, and then you come back and try to figure out what that feeling is and how do I do this on my own. So we need to go back. We need to go back. And I'm hoping that Floating Leaf Tea will still have a lot of your support to help us to make the transition happen. I'm doing this. Huh?
Woo! Cool.
Oh.
How about one last cup of aged oolong? Whew. Yeah. So when this podcast comes out, I'll be leaving in like a week. It's coming up really fast. I didn't realize if tomorrow's the 29th.
Yeah.
Dang, it's coming up really fast.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the application process took a while, and we didn't know the result. And the moment we knew the result, I went online and booked plane tickets. So, it's like a week ago.
Yeah. Oh, and I'll be gone for 3 months.
Yeah.
It's a long trip.
Yeah. And two weeks in quarantine in a hotel. So remember to write to Noah, because he will be locked down actually in a hotel room. He couldn't even come out to take a walk. They take it really seriously over there.
I'll be pacing back and forth in the hotel room.
And drinking some tea.
Yeah, drinking lots of tea and setting up a new website.
Mm-hmm.
Doing some online stuff. But yeah, send me messages. That'd be great.
Just say hi to Noah when he's in the hotel room doing quarantine. Feels really good, this tea.
Thank you,
That's
tea.
exactly what I wanted.
Really nice grounding feeling.
Mm-hmm. And also I would like to expand this back to a lot of you guys who are listening, who are supporting us. We are not the only one who are experiencing change and fear, because I think we are all experiencing the future is still quite unknown, especially with the COVID playing out like this. And you might be looking at your future and say, what the heck? I don't know. Should I do this and should I do that? So the moment that you decide that you want to do something with a fair amount of uncertainty and fear, Yes, this is not tea related, but you can see us as a friend, and if you want to communicate with us and contact us, feel free, because we really know that feeling. and the same thing in return, we would like to give you the support that you need if you ever need it.
Because you guys have been supporting us for the last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, through all those tribulations.
This huge change, this huge unknown, we have been able to survive our business. It's because of you. And so if you ever need any form of support, please contact us. We will do our best to return the support back to you. And tea will help. I actually, seriously, not because I'm selling tea, so I'm saying this. I have never drank this much, not today, but I have never drank this much Hong Shui in my life before. And I constantly reach out to Hong Shui tea because it's soothing and it's easy. And I need that because life is so intense. And so I've been drinking a lot of Hong Shui. I'm basically asking the tea to help me. Sometimes I feel like I'm stuck. I'm drinking my special reserve Alisan to have that bright and clean energy going through my body. And today I'm once again asking tea to help us, to show us that wise support that we need to go through this transition.
And openness. You know what HT feels like to me? Like really good HT is like really open.
So, also use your tea to help you to feel the support that you need. And I am not joking with that. I think I sell half of my Hong Shui and I drink half of it.
It's probably true. We drink it every single day.
I drink it every day.
Yeah. Sometimes more than once a day.
Yeah. And I just do grandpa style and just drink it. I need that, to go through my day. And so that's it. And before we go, nowadays I like to use the podcast to do shout outs. And I think this week, the shout out will go to Cindy in California. She told us that she had been going back to listening to the fundamentals episodes again and have tea along with that. And I will say that's what a student, because I will do that too, to listen to my teacher's recordings, and I'll catch more information, or I'll catch more concept that I was not able to observe or to absorb before. And so going back to some stuff is actually a really good thing to learn. And thank you for going back to listen to our old recordings and even have tea to go along with it. That's perfect. And thank you for sharing that, what you are doing with us. 'Cause the moment you share that, I can see you. I can see you drinking tea. And I think in this past year, that's so sweet.
It's meaningful.
Yeah, it's really even more than ever since we can drink tea with people. So for me to bring my imagination and open up the imagination to your house like that, it's really meaningful to me. And so keep it coming, whatever you are drinking. Even if you are making like iced tea, milk tea, I love those things. I drink milk tea every day. So one of my secrets just laid out today. I drink milk tea every single day.
Yeah, milk tea's great.
Here you go. Yeah. Life is wonderful. It's scary and brilliant.
It's wild.
Yeah. And we are going to work on it, and we are excited that you are part of this wild life. So stay tuned. More news coming out with our plans and stuff. And questions, please contact us and drink tea to help you and stay safe out there. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.
See you on Monday.